Welcome to CommTrack, where you'll never have to watch a movie alone again. I'm Tim Leifheit.
I'm Jonathan Knoell.
And I'm Buffalo Bill Cody.
For our part 3 of Back to the Future, we're watching Back to the Future Part 3. Yay!
Hey, Daniel Gill.
Yes, Dan.
Because I'm the only one here that apparently saw all 3 in the theater.
Yeah, that's the one reason why I wanted to bring you on the show, because even though Connie was a wonderful little guest to have on our show, I really wanted you on here just so I can hear about all the legendary stories about back in the day when these came out. So why don't you share with your Back to the Future stories from when you were a kid, when they came out in the theaters back in 85 and 1989 and 1990. Yeah.
Well, I remember in 85, everyone was talking about this movie, and Michael J. Fox was very popular on Family Ties. And it just looked like a fun film. And so we went and saw it with my family, and went to the Cinema 1 and 2 here in BG. And it was just charming. It was just a charming film. Lots of cool stuff, great music. I loved Huey Lewis in the News. There was a lot of cross-promotion with MTV at the time.
Oh, I bet.
And it was the first movie I ever saw where people applauded.
When was that?
That was when George McFly just decks Biff.
Yep.
Just gets that fist shivering and just hauls off and haymakers him.
Yeah.
And just took him down. And people were like, yeah. Because Biff was such a stereotypical bully. But
he was a well-played bully. You know, looking back at the original movies, I actually kind of realized that Thomas F. Wilson, who plays Biff, probably has the strongest performance in the movie.
Oh, he very might well.
Yeah.
Along with Doc Brown's, crazy eyes, Doc Brown thing. Great Scott!
Great
Guy's
Scott.
a chameleon.
I know he is.
I mean, I remember seeing him as a Klingon in Star Trek 3.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jim Gignikowski on Taxi.
Yep.
Butch Cavendish in The Legend of the Lone Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Just on the things he did.
Oh, yeah. Uncle
Addams
Fester
Family?
as...
that's Addams Family, too.
Addams Family, yes.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, and then when they talked about doing the second and third movies, we were kind of surprised because they're doing it back-to-back.
Yeah.
Because at the time, that had never been done before.
Oh, it was done before. Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Superman and the Three Musketeers.
Okay, yeah, right.
Because the Sultans.
But it was such a rare thing. Now they do it like every
Oh
other
my God,
movie.
it's so overdone nowadays. But
Yeah.
it was still cool back then.
Yeah. So anyway,
But
we're doing Star Wars Episode 9, Part 5.
But what was 2 like? Because looking back on these, 2 was probably our favorite so far.
it was okay. I mean, we thought it was funny watching how they announced how the future was going to be.
Yeah.
We love the ideas of. I still love the idea of Cafe 80s, where it's always always the morning in America.
Yeah, but you've got such a hard-on for the 80s.
It was my childhood, man.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's true.
But we liked it. It was fun. To me, it isn't the strongest of the 3 movies.
Which one did you say is the strongest?
Oh, Back to the Future.
First
Hands
one?
down, yeah. But Back to the Future 3 is a close second. Back to the Future just has so much things they were trying to fit together.
Uh-huh.
And they did an admirable job.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it in the theaters with a couple friends because I had gotten a little older by that point.
Yeah.
We're like, that was fun. That was a fun flick. And then we went and saw it in 1990, and I was like, yay! Steampunk before I even knew what steampunk was.
Yeah, those were really fun times. Back to the Future Part 3 was another really good time for me because, it's still just, another adventure to go on. Mm-hmm. Although, did you know there was supposed to be an unwritten script about them going to ancient Rome?
I heard something about that.
Yeah, there was supposed to be for years. Christopher Lloyd, I think really Christopher Lloyd was the one who pushed for it because he wanted to do Back to the Future Part 4 where they do go to ancient Rome.
Right.
And that would be certainly fun.
Yeah. And before they closed it, I was able to ride the Back to the Future ride at Universal.
And
that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. And they had appearances by Christopher Lloyd and Thomas F. Wilson. And so did apparently Bailey get to ride that too.
Nice. That was really cool.
So Charlotte Partners over there having chicken wings.
And although I still got to say, what's probably your favorite thing about Back to the Future?
God, it's just such a great cohesive whole. I mean, there's an optimism. There was a big optimism to go back to the 50s in the 1980s. They felt that that the MTV generation was corrupting
Generation X,
corrupting the youth of America. But I mean, it's just really interesting. Even in my lifetime, it's been 30 years now. I mean, we're coming up on October 24th 21st, 2015, to see 30 years from this time period and how much has changed, how much things have stayed the same.
Yeah.
And that's what Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2 and 3 do, is they really show that certain things just never change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, we can rewrite the landscape, but we can't rewrite the hearts and the stories of the people that were there.
Yeah. Although we were still kind of making fun of it a lot because, how can you avoid not making fun of how much...
Oh, the hoverboards, and the rehydrator, and
abolished lawyers and stuff that were never.
That was one that they got wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And cell phones. There really were no cell phones,
and no, print media is like dead now.
Yeah.
Did you see the College Humor video?
Yeah,
I did.
That was
Did you
really
see
funny.
the Toyota commercial though?
Yes,
Oh,
I did
was
see
fantastic.
that. That was fucking
I
awesome.
saw bits and pieces. I saw one that was like things. It was a video that was done by some British car magazine. And it's like, things that Back to the Future got right and got wrong.
Yeah.
And that was the big thing, was they said that we don't have Mr. Fusions, but we do have, cell phones. We do have, giant televisions.
Yeah.
And
we have Google Glasses.
We have Google Glasses,
It's unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it turns out that... Did you know that Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale said they really didn't want to do a future movie because they were afraid of this kind of stuff? They were like, no. We're not going to get everything right. We don't want people saying, we didn't do it right.
We want you to do the thing.
Yes. But they were like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go do it. And they were going to be the most creative. They were going to be really creative because they were like, even Bob Gale said, in 30 years, we're not going to have flying cars. But the future needs to have flying cars. They fucking need to be in this movie.
Yes.
So
I've always been disappointed in myself is I never bought the Back to the Future 2 diecast model of the DeLorean. It had lights and sounds, and it had the Mr. Fusion in the back, and it actually the wheels actually would fold up.
Oh my
god!
God!
Like $40 at the
$40.
At the Back to the Future ride store in Universal.
That's it.
Yeah. Plus, I would have gotten a 20% discount because of I worked at Universal.
Dude, why didn't you get? I would have bought
poor
4
and drunk. Okay?
I would have bought 4 of those things, man. Just take all of my money.
Do you understand the concept of poor and drunk?
Yeah, I just, at the time, I was just trying to keep myself from being on the streets.
But if you were on the streets, you would have had yourself a DeLorean that you could cuddle with and sleep with at night.
Let's just start the movie.
Okay, let's start.
We're opening up with the classic Universal.
So in the description below, if you don't want to hear us bullshit about the movie for like 10 minutes beforehand, there's a little sync button below that you can press. So we're going to press play now.
Okay.
So back to
the original classic Universal logos. I'm putting this damn Xbox controller down.
Okay, it's all right. But
apparently it shifted by a millimeter.
But we're going throughout the ages for Universal, which is a really cool thing because they wanted to do Back to the Future, seeing the Universal logo throughout the ages. 75 years,
75th anniversary.
Oh yeah, that's good times,
Mm-hmm.
man. That was a really cool stunt that they pulled, just pulling out the old logos for the hell of it. And
now we have Steven Spielberg presents on the screen. So
again,
yes,
if you're really that diehard about,
but the music,
all synced up.
the music is amazing. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
So here we go. Opening up on the classic bit from the first one.
And using the music to such great effect.
I know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You were saying that everyone was like on the edge of their seats, right?
The funny thing is we found out later that the DeLorean really couldn't hit 88 miles an hour. It was a shittily made car.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, well, it looks cool, but it's made of solid stainless steel.
Right.
Yep.
And at the time, the U.S. was running a lot of situations with emissions, with fuel emissions. And the problem was that the stupid DeLorean would have to have like a V8 in it to become a sports car. And all it could fit in was a wussy little V6 and only put out maybe 100 horsepower.
Oh, not kidding.
Yeah, so getting it up to 88 miles an hour, they really couldn't. It topped out at like 75, 80 miles an hour.
Wow.
Now, since then, I've actually seen someone build a freaking racing DeLorean.
Yeah.
And I will not deny I got a chubby.
So what's the top speed on a DeLorean anyway?
About 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of funny that it doesn't really reach 88 miles an hour, but you know what? Who cares? These movies are so fucking magical. Because I remember
it's better than the original choice of a refrigerator.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna travel in through time, you got to do it with some style. And, and you mentioned earlier that these movies were really just wonderful. I think it also took notes from Star Wars, which came out just a few years earlier.
Back to the Future 2 or Back to the Future 3? We are okay.
Around 3. Yeah,
but
this is right as Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2 ends.
Yeah, it's in the description, man. It's in the description.
I just randomly grabbed the thing out of the box.
That's okay.
Oh, because now he's got to get him on the to. Okay.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Cool,
okay, now we're good.
Yes.
So. But you mentioned earlier just how fun these movies were. I think they were taking notes from Star Wars, because I remember Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel talking about their show. They said one of the secrets to Star Wars was capturing a goofy sense of childlike wonder and fun in a movie, and I think this is another one of those movies that does that. Just one of those fun adventure stories that you can get behind. So here's. What is it? Brown Estates?
Yeah. It's Brown Estates, which actually is a Frank Lloyd Wright house.
Before it burns down, supposedly in the story of the movies.
But I also like it they cast a lot of the classic Western sidekicks.
Yeah,
Pat
that does
Harry Carey Jr.
It does actually look like it was born out of a Western, which is really fitting considering we're about to go.
Yeah.
And Doc's character, because he always said I always wanted to be part of the old West. And I remember when this was all farmland, and he looks at these things with kind of almost what do you call them?
Rose-colored glasses.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. And, oh my God! Double back in ZZ Top. I forgot about that.
Appears in this damn movie.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's right. I forgot about the ZZ Top appearance. They were the ones at the fair. They were because they even have the fucking rotating guitars, don't they?
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God! I love that stuff. So here we are back in time. I'm actually surprised that we did.
Shakes Michael J.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. The hoverboard.
Yeah, that's great.
There's
and Einstein.
Einstein the first.
Yes.
Copernicus.
Well,
Copernicus?
Wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, actually, no. No, Copernicus, you're right, was in the 50s.
Yeah.
And then it's Einstein, and then he freezes them in perpetual and suspended animation and freezes them out in 2015. And can you believe Robert Zemeckis just finished Who Framed Roger Rabbit after this?
Because finished it at the time.
Yeah. Right before this, though. I mean, because he went from Back to the Future, went into the bitch of making
Who Framed
Roger Rabbit, which was a stupidly hard movie to make.
Right.
And then he jumped right into
and
then he jumped right into this, which is a feat. And then I think right after that he started directing Forrest Gump, which won him an Oscar.
I think he had a couple years off before Forrest Gump.
Just a couple, I think. I mean, one or two. But yes, last night's experiment was a complete success, and I totally forgot about the teenager on my couch that's sitting there.
And Robert Zemeckis is one of the few directors that, everyone's talking about Steven Spielberg being the director for Ready Player One. Mm-hmm. I'd have absolutely no problems with Robert Zemeckis directing it instead.
Oh, that would be a good thing.
Because, Spielberg produces a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I really have no problems, but if he, decided...
that means Marty drove him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, don't you think that... Because we were talking about this on one of the other Back to the Future episodes. Zemeckis is like Diet Spielberg.
Yeah, just a bit.
Because
a little bit more sugar and not nearly as fulfilling.
Yeah, it's sort of like Pepsi instead of Coca-Cola.
Oh, you did not.
Oh, yes, I did.
Bitch.
I will. You will be looking like Doc Brown right here when I'm done with you.
Okay, let's see. He actually went from Romancing the Stone in 84 to Back to the Future in 85. 88 was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. 89 was Back to the Future 2, then Back to the Future 3.
Yep.
And 92 was Death Becomes Her.
Oh, okay.
Which is actually a pretty funny movie in its own right. And then 94 was
Forrest Gump. Yep. We mentioned this on another one, Dan, but Doc Brown is like the king of wide-eyed expression entrances. Oh, yeah. Even that last one where he is just completely flailing around and 1885. And look at his face. Every time he always comes out with these wonderful faces. He's such a cartoon, but he makes it fun and makes it work. You know? I don't know how.
Builds it like a weapon.
And this right here, I love this shot. Right? They just know they're just having so much fun with this.
Well, time shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. And
I've gone a little cross-eyed.
a little bit, just a little, because I think
they had to get that whole thing out of storage.
Oh, really?
You'd have to imagine that they would.
Yeah, that's
Otherwise,
true.
they would have had to completely rebuild it.
Yeah, because they, including the headset and all of Dr. Brown's experiments and stuff.
Yeah,
they would have had to go get it from the original stuff again, which is kind of amazing.
Rebuild this
the garage set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I always loved as a kid. I wanted that.
Yeah,
I wanted to like drive my cars through it.
that'd be great.
Although, don't you still how love he said, "I'm sorry, I didn't have time to paint it yet."
Yeah.
Doc, as if, right? I'm alive in 1885, and I'm actually a blacksmith in the Old West. This is amazing.
Did you know he did as a cameo as Doc Brown in a recent movie?
Oh, what is it?
1,000 Ways to Die in the West.
No.
Seth MacFarlane film.
Oh, that's
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
They actually have him open. Seth MacFarlane's character opens up a barn and finds Doc in there covering the DeLorean, going, "Hi."
That's awesome.
Then-
Is he wearing like the same blacksmith out? Oh man, that's Gretzky.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love
It's
him.
one of the few things I actually like about Seth MacFarlane is he does love his cultural references.
That's fair.
Even if they're always a little bit gratuitous, it's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's this car he scorched.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and this is the part where he says, "Destroy the time machine once you get Marty back to the future," which, that's actually a really interesting thing because he kind of just made that thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The messing around with the space time continuum thing is, that always did bug me because there's so many paradoxes that they went through,
God,
especially in the last one. Oh my God! You remember how much crap that he had to put through? I mean, just the amount of paradoxes that he almost ran into, like running into his other self, running into his other parents, and running into the other Doc Brown, running into Biff, just all this crazy stuff. So I can see why it's been more trouble than it's worth, but can we still at least keep the body? Just dismantle the time stuff.
Keep the DeLorean.
Aww.
And also another person who did a cameo both in Back to the Future 2 and 3 is the bassist for the band Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I'm not kidding.
No way. No.
Yeah,
he's
that's right.
He's his boss in the future, and then he's the one that challenges him to challenges McFly to the race at the end.
Yeah, he's Needles.
Yeah,
Nice. So, right...
He also shows up in Mystery Men, of all things.
Oh, really?
he does.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember this is absolutely horrible movie from the late '80s starring John Cryer. I think it's called Outlaws or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just an absolute B movie. It was John Cryer trying to be a badass, and it was funny as shit. It was like basically he was the member
sudden
of these
explosions. That's
he
a
was
good
a member
idea.
of three punks that were traveling through California, and they get beat up, and Flea, who's playing one of their friends, gets killed, and so John Cryer and his buddy end up channeling the spirits of a gunslinger and a Native American warrior to go hunt down these bullies and have a big old fight with them.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we introduce his Jules Verne obsession.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice little touch to him.
Yeah, it is a good character building component.
And nice to, reference the wonderful, wonderful piece of literature, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Mm-hmm.
And here it is. It's the time machine, long dormant. Look it's my initials.
God, I know when you have to put a car into storage, how much work you have to do.
Yeah.
And he was doing it with 1885 technology.
Yeah.
I mean, they point out that the tires have rusted out
Yeah.
or have rotted away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But every rubber hose in that damn thing is going to be destroyed as well.
Yeah.
And
Movie
just
logic.
putting this thing back together would be a bitch.
Movie logic. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how bad movie logic has been in the last two. There were so many things. Like we really want to know where Doc Brown got his degree, if he even has one. Because honestly, I don't think he really is a doctor. We just think he's like some crazy
kind of engineer.
Yeah, a crazy inventor engineer.
He might have an honorary doctorate, though.
Might be. I mean, because remember, he's also supposed to be really wealthy through his family, or what? And that also begs another. God Almighty, that magnifying
the
glass.
first movie he tries to kill himself and Marty McFly?
What's that?
He tries to kill them both.
How?
Remember when the movie when they're running the car by remote control?
Yeah.
And it comes straight at them and literally jumps in the last split second.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's
he
I've
had
heard
never
that.
tested the time machine before.
Yeah, I remember
true.
that fan theory.
Yeah.
He wanted to commit suicide right there and then because he could never get any of his ingenious inventions to work.
And he's like, "It worked! It worked!" But yeah, he would have splattered poor Marty across Twin Pines Mall.
Yeah.
And it would have been Twin Pines at that point, too.
Yeah, because time paradox.
Mm-hmm. There were so many paradoxes. Like,
Well, it's funny. There's there's an article I read a couple months ago on the internet. It was like a shocking thing you never noticed in Back to the Future. It was the Twin Pines Mall and Lone Pine Mall.
Yeah.
I'm like, we noticed it back in '85. What the fuck's wrong with you people?
because they're always looking down at their smartphones. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, we noticed these things, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, no kidding. So now they're putting this on the rails, and it's going to be all, and we know what that's going. Oh, and this bit, this is like, this is straight out of like, what is it, Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
Oh, Doc! Now it just says when he died, but it never show. I really want to know when Doc Brown was born, because
That is a good question.
Because Christopher Lloyd always looks kind of old.
Yeah.
Always kind of looks old. Even in Back to the Future Part 2, where he's supposed to be like really old.
Well, I figure he's in the 30s. I mean, in the 50s, he's in his 40s, so he's probably sometime around 1910, 1915.
Yeah. So isn't it really awkward when you say died 1885, born 1910? That's got to be a really awkward gravestone. But when you look at it, no, it just says when his death is. The whole mystery of where he is born.
I loved old timey tombstones because they're freaking hilarious.
Buford Tannen.
They put so much information in them.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
Because they figure who else is going to watch them. Although I'm a little skeptical of that gravestone because it looks too new. Because
they're in a desert and there's not a lot of rain.
That's true.
They really don't get a lot of wear and tear on those.
I suppose. I guess it's just because I was recently out on a film shoot in a graveyard where there are graves from like 1862,
you also remember this is set in
like
1985, so it's missing in 30 years of.
Well, still, even so, that I mean, in like 1860s, 1880s. 1890s, 1910s, those are really hard to read. Like, really hard to read.
Geology-wise, in the West, they started harvesting a lot more granite, and those last a lot longer than what they do out here in the East, since we would use limestone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bailey. That's Bailey. She lives here. So
I had to say that.
That's okay. So now we get the famous photo of them by the clock tower, which is awesome. I love this. Okay, and now
I think it's like straight out of Buck Rogers. I love it.
I know, right?
And I love the car tires on it now.
White walls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was. Oh my god, this is really funny. Where are you sure this stuff is authentic? Haven't you ever seen a Western?
And for some reason, they built this set out in was it the Red Rocks Valley?
Really?
Where they shot a lot of the classic, John Ford movies.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the only reason they did that is because it looks cool.
It does. Yeah, that's part of the thing about these movies. They really don't care if
about
there's
geography. No.
Well, no, they just don't really care about accuracy. They make it want to say, "Hey, this looks cool," and you're having a fun time. Because I really think that these are first and foremost kids' movies.
Yeah,
and they are. They're
Hey, that's Devil's Tower, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
I'm mistaken.
No, Devil's Tower is surrounded by that's not desert. That's a lot of forest areas. I've been there. I was there.
I've been there too.
This does mean something.
I've never been that far. Well, I've done flyovers, but I've only been to California a couple times in my life.
Yeah. Hey, did you notice this whole establishing shot never cut yet?
Oh,
because this is real. That's a thing that Spielberg loves to do. He loves playing with these long, moving master shots to keep your eye interested the whole way, and also give you an uninterrupted view of the actor's performance, which is an awesome directorial thing. I want to do that more often. So now we're going to go even further into the future. Or into the past, rather.
Back to the future, back to the back time thing.
Yes.
I love the fact that he's wearing like a Roy Rogers jacket with like the little atomic symbols.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is like the most... Oh, gee, that is just wrong.
It is.
That's like something you
wrong.
would see in a strip club, really.
Yeah.
Like, ladies'
Back
night...
to the Future strip club.
Ladies' night out, that sort of thing. It hurts a lot.
The vision I just had of Marty McFly wearing a thong.
Oh my god, Connie is going to
Doc
have...
Brown in a thong.
Connie is probably
wow.
going to come at that. Glad we didn't... Oh man, that's... Yeah. So, here we go. Happy trails!
On your march. That's it.
And he's trying to fit 88 miles an hour in that short amount of space on dirt.
Yeah, that's not
it's
going to
gonna be
happen.
tough.
That's not going to happen. And why do they have a gun? Does he have a gun out? Western?
Yeah.
More Western stuff.
I guess.
And here we go. He's already at 55.
Yeah, and he's like, the DeLorean did not do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds.
No
it did like
kidding.
0 to 60 in
Like
a
2.3 weirds.
week,
yeah,
yeah.
2.3 years, man. Although the new sparks were really cool.
Chaotic that looks.
That's actually really cool.
I love the fact that there's some people that can do that hand-drawn animation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, they were talking... Remember,
The Indian! You just had to... right at the part where... Indians!
No, I remember watching an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer where they had to do lightning chasing around something.
Yeah.
And like, we hired the person that had done this since the 1970s. She was the best one in business, and she could do it cheap.
Wow, that's awesome. I just love that. That's a wonderful little in-joke where the Indians will be gone, and you won't be seeing them, and there they are. You lied to me, Doc. How dare you? What happened? Although we do not here at CommTrack, we do not condone the term Indians. Native Americans.
It's not the preferred nomenclature.
No.
Yeah.
And then, hey, there's the cave.
Oh, that's why they were that close then, because he was trying to get near the cave. Okay.
Yeah, that's why. So we can hide the DeLorean.
But they don't even notice. They don't even stop. They're like, oh, fuck.
Well,
Where go big metal bull?
I think
Don't
they
ever do that again.
No,
I won't.
no.
I feel bad already.
You feel dirty.
You should be.
This entire episode has made us all feel dirty.
Not as dirty as
Marty McFly right now.
Oh, jeez. Because wow, that is like so not Western. That's not. I mean,
Here comes the cavalry.
yes.
I don't even know if there were Indian wars going on in 1885.
I don't think there were either.
1885.
Honestly, anything.
No, I think by now the frontier had been closed.
Because honestly, yeah, you guys would probably know a little bit better. Because
Sitting Bull and what's his name? Mad Horse.
Crazy Horse.
Oh, Crazy Horse. Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy Horse. We're still out there trying to, giving the last few moments. Yep, there's a.
Oh boy.
That's the thing.
When did that happen?
That's a good question. Again, looks cool.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. And it also creates a little inconvenience for Marty, which is...
no gasoline.
Yeah,
Well,
that's pouring
out from the... Yeah, there it is, pouring out from the underneath. Because this DeLorean was not built for off-roading.
No. Nope.
Very much no.
Lots of nope.
Yeah, that's a bad. Not good. And that's even worse. Hi. And he should be dead, like, right now.
Yeah.
Because when the bear stands up, that's when you die. Because they only stand up when you get close. And furthermore, if he were to run away from that thing, that bear would have caught him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially since he's not
Movie
wearing boots.
magic.
movie magic, man.
Movie logic.
Oh, yes.
Oh, he's still
movie
wearing
logic.
his shoes. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he's wearing his sneakers. Because later on they comment, where'd you get those weird-ass sneakers?
Sure, weird shoes.
Moccasins.
Yeah.
Moccasins, yeah.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
That would suck.
I forgot. That's the other thing that we need to do. Every time Marty gets any
yeah.
kind of head trauma,
Take a drink.
Yes. Folks out there, when Marty gets hit with, just gets any kind of head trauma, take a drink.
Some very good
and
use
see
of
how
split screen in this, though.
Well, see, the thing is, for Back to the Future Part 2, they came up with a new kind of camera system, which was basically kind of motion control for the set, so they can composite two different actors in the same shot. So this way, Marty McFly could be three people, or Michael J. Fox could play three different people at a dinner table.
Yeah.
And they could also have camera movement.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. McFly Farm. I swear this situation's been in every single one of them.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if there was a fourth one and they'd say, "Well, we got to find a place to stick this in here," because at least this kind of works still. It's starting to
kids.
It's starting to get old, but whatever. And yeah. Oh yeah, this is where he chooses Clint Eastwood.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because after all, the man with no name has no name.
Right.
What better name to use than his real one? Although I'm kind of curious how Clint Eastwood himself felt about these movies.
Yeah.
He and Spielberg were good friends, so I can't see why they have a problem.
That's true. I mean, he probably would have been like, "That's actually kind of cool. You're a good man, Spielberg, for paying homage to my films."
Well, Spielberg came from that same film school that Lucas and Coppola and other ones came from.
Yeah.
That they were extremely inspired by Sergio Leone films.
Oh yeah.
The Man with No Name trilogy.
Once Upon a Time in the West.
Yeah. Which was shot the same place this was.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah, probably a lot better than it did in the old days. Actually,
I don't know. As long as they got rabbits. People still ate. Well, people actually ate a lot back then because they had to do a lot of physical labor.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's one reason why they weren't as fat as we are, because we eat really crappy food.
Oh,
Yeah.
look
And
at
lots
the
of
Dances
it.
with Wolves here.
Oh
my
I
God.
love the water.
What, Dancing with Wolves? What?
It's the same styling there.
Ah,
I love the water.
chock full of minerals.
Yep. Although, is it me or does this guy right here kind of look like Robert Redford from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid?
A little bit.
It's the mustache,
I
really.
was thinking more Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah, it's hard for me to. Yep, shotgun.
The buckshot.
Yep, I've had that happen several times when my dad went hunting. But what was I gonna say? Do you also notice that they kind of changed the color palette a little bit?
Well, you mean to more of a sepia tone?
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to go for more of a nostalgic look.
And it does pan out pretty well here, because if it was like grainier and a little bit more sepia, this is a shot literally right out of a John Ford movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's holding his own grandfather.
Although that is I just realized what a tough shot that was, because it's Marty in two different places at once, but he hands off a baby.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, how did they do that? Because it looks like
practical effects back then.
Still, I mean, it's the most simple thing in the world, but you have to wonder how they did that. Because there's got to be some kind of in between to composite those two shots together.
Yeah.
And as you can see, that looks like a live child that they're using. So
that is a live child.
Yeah. So wow. And you're peeing on me.
Yeah. And the Old West was soaked in urine.
They don't call him Yeller for nothing. Well, that's actually where the term comes from. You yeller?
Yeah, because you pee yourself.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, God, that hat is...
I want a bowler.
But God almighty, is that...
Maybe not that kind of bowler.
Do you want that jacket too?
No.
Do you want those pants?
Yes.
I don't want the pants. I don't want that. I want a poncho.
A poncho.
Yes.
A poncho and you chew on a cheroot.
Yes.
And squint.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. And
I
here
love this town.
And smoke those thin brown cigarettes.
Oh, where did they shoot this on? Because this can't be the same lot. Someone... do that thing.
I can't do this thing. I don't have power.
Because
you can't fly over. You can't use
it was shot in California, but it was shot off in the field.
Because
and the other thing is, Hill Valley doesn't have all those hills behind it.
No, that's the other thing we were saying is Hill Valley. So is it like flat? Is it all like even out?
I don't
know either. But yeah, here it is, Hill Valley Festival. Although
the clock.
Maybe
it's always something about
Hill Valley.
There's always something going on with that clock tower. It's always either save the clock tower.
That's the biggest fallacy of Back to the Future, in my opinion, though.
Who?
What's that?
30 years, and it's a relatively affluent town, and they can't afford to fix the fucking clock. No. Nope. They decide to fix it. Oh, save the clock tower! It's been stuck here for 30 years. No, you fixed the goddamn clock tower. Remember here in BG, when the clock broke at one point, they spent like almost $2 million to fix it. Because it's a landmark. Yeah, it's a landmark.
Wow.
I will be right back. I got heartburn like you wouldn't believe.
Go for it, man.
But, you would think after 60 years, they would have they would have enough money to turn that thing on, or to fix it, because, man, that's just bad. But there's always something about...
shit.
Yeah, literally.
Well, that's the joke.
Horse shit. That's a pun. Damn it. It's seeping into my shoes. Horse apple. Okay, and I believe this is the spot of the Cafe 80s.
And also the diner.
Yeah, this is because
that makes sense.
It's supposed to be right by the square.
3 times, in just 3 different eras.
Well, that is the idea.
Concept, I suppose. Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's supposed to be about one town with Marty's journey through these weird kind of eras.
And all those guys are classic Western actors.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, Harry Carey, Pat Buttram, and
somebody
else.
I knew one of their voices sounded really familiar because he has that real kind of crackling voice. Like, yeah. Who is that? I forget. Oh my God, no. Is that...
Yes, that is.
It is?
It's Commissioner Gordon.
No.
Yeah, it's Pat Buttram.
Wow. That went over my head. I totally forgot he was in this. Wow, that's something. You better dunk your head in the horse trough out there if you want. And men have whiskey. Oh yeah.
Well, apparently they also had beer. Guinness was extremely popular in the West.
I bet.
I was reading that.
I love that. Yeah. It's like, Jesus, they would drink this stuff? Can you imagine trying to find like the really hard stuff that they try to start the DeLorean with? Try drinking that. Yikes. You die with one drop. You ain't James McFly. It's Buford Tan. Oh my gosh! Actually, there was a photo of him in the alternate
second one.
Alternate 1985. It turns out that's actually
an early makeup test for this one.
Yep, and then they came up with this.
So it's actually a little bit different.
Yeah.
Actually, another thing that they have a throwback. We're going to be spoilers, guys.
It's fine.
Clint Eastwood, Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Beats Buford exactly the same way as Clint Eastwood beat one of the bad guys in Fistful of Dollars.
Oh yeah, and they totally referenced that in
the second movie.
Yeah,
He's
totally.
like, God, I love these movies. The man's movies.
Isn't that awesome? Although we kind of also theorized that alternate 1985 Biff is Donald Trump.
Yeah, heard that before.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Oh, you called him Mad Dog Tanner.
Oh, you don't want to do that. You done do. Oh, that's a fuck up right there.
I hate that.
Like people calling Al Capone Scarface. He
yeah. Oh, geez. He did not want to do. Because he went through like extensive makeup every day to hide his scar as best as he could.
Eggs and gutter trash.
You don't hear insults like that anymore. Dance,
3,
come on.
4.
Oh yeah, this is
5,
this part right here, and
6.
there it is, the moon dance.
The moonwalk.
Yep.
Holy shit! He actually only did shoot 6.
Oh wow.
I'm actually kind of impressed.
He's moonwalking.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
And spin.
Yeah.
Choice for Pepsi generation.
Boom.
And so starting the history of the Tans getting covered in bodily fluids.
Yep.
And manure. Lots of manure.
And click.
Yep. Nope. Sorry. Yeah, that's the other thing. This is probably the most deadly.
Better run, squirrel.
This is probably one of the.
It's a great
line.
Yeah. Better run, squirrel.
This is probably outside of 1985 Biff, because he has literally all the power. This is probably the most dangerous of all the incarnations of Biff.
It's true.
Because it's one thing
He's
when
clearly
you're
psychopathic.
well, it's also one thing running from like baseball bats and fists. This guy has guns.
Oh yeah,
he will.
He
kill
has
you.
the ability to shoot small projectile objects out of a small pipe.
And get lodged into your skull.
Michael J. Fox almost did get hanged in the scene.
Yeah, that was the thing. Actually, what was the whole story behind that?
Just that they were pulling him up, and the knot that they had slipped, and he started choking out, and he was supposed to be choking out in the scene. So
and they
Zemeckis went, we can't kill our star.
That was the close call right there.
Yeah.
Oh, ow! That had to hurt like a lot.
They're breakaways though.
Yeah,
How
but
hard is it to find
still,
a stunt double as short as
Michael J. Fox?
Probably not very hard actually, because he's got a very generic kind of face. Because in the old days, when I was a kid and I didn't know any better, I actually kind of mistook him for the same actor who plays Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
because he's got that earnestness face. He's got that kind of youthful exuberance. Even though Marty McFly is definitely more confident, he's still that meek kid that you go on an adventure with. And here we have Doc Brown with that badass
I just
rifle.
love the sight.
The scope is fucking awesome.
first piece of steampunk technology he's got.
I know, right? Actually, I've seen the trench coat on display that he wears, which is awesome. But that rifle is the best. And right there. Boom. Oh, that's a poster right there. Yes. That's sexy. Yes. Okay, so now we get the big threat of, you better have my $80 or I'm going to have a bullet in your back.
Perfectly good bottle of Fine Kentucky Red Eye.
Okay. I guess that's the other reason why Robert Zemeckis really wanted to go to the West. Because they were like, we haven't seen a really good Western for a while. Because by the time of like the late '80s and '90s, Generation X, they weren't interested in westerns anymore.
Yeah,
so they tried. So they tried to bring that sense of adventure back.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of my favorite movies from the early '90s is Tombstone. I mean, it's
my god!
I need to see Tombstone.
I need to see it all the way.
The problem is I keep trying to watch the Kevin Costner Wyatt Earp, and I've fallen asleep 3 times.
Oh, jeez!
And it's really sad because I actually prefer the Doc Holliday played by Dennis Quaid in the Wyatt Earp to Val Kilmer's.
Oh, cool.
And Val Kilmer was a fantastically written part, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And he did a really good job as Dr. Holliday. But he just looked like he was ill, he had the flu. Dennis Quaid looked like he was dying.
Yikes.
So I really would have actually kind of been cool to see, an alternate universe where Dennis Quaid was in the Doc Holliday.
I just realized this movie might have been like the first of many returning westerns in the 90s. Because you mentioned Tombstone, right?
Right, that was 93.
And
Silverado was another, was the Lawrence Kasdan.
But also,
which was
Unforgiven. But also Unforgiven.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Clint Eastwood's triumphant return to the Western. Maybe, just like he did Chuck Berry, Marty McFly inspired Clint Eastwood to go back to the Westerns.
Oh, boy.
Wouldn't that
You're
be the most...
man. You're reaching.
Still, that's kind of a fun thought.
The cold boiler.
And I love this. That's his refrigerator.
Yeah.
That is
making ice cubes.
Well, it does pay homage to the opening shot in the first one, if you think about it.
Oh, that's kind of true. With the automated robots to feed Einstein.
Yeah,
that's true. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I think he's supposed to also be like the town. In addition to the town blacksmith, he's also supposed to be like
he's become an elder in the town.
Yeah, sort of like the scientist, the go-to guy who knows stuff. Because he knows a lot. Like
Miss Clayton.
Miss Clayton. Oh, boy. Yeah. Who was Miss Clayton played by? I forget.
Mary Steenburgen.
Thank you very much. Okay, so
And they had real chemistry in this film.
Yeah, apparently this is the first ever on-screen kiss for Christopher Lloyd.
no, you're kidding.
No.
That's awesome. Wow, you would think because he's got a decent track record before this.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I really shouldn't have bought into those two because it's when you put them next together, they're such an odd pair.
Yeah.
You know, but
At the same time.
yeah, I guess I guess you're right. And oh yeah, I forgot about that. Turn that valve over there.
Which valve?
Can you imagine constructing this piece?
Oh, it would have been so much fun.
Oh, geez, all this stuff just playing around with it would have been like the best. Is that an ice cube?
I like my tea iced.
Yes. His reactions are like the best. I still love it. I love them.
Oh, and that's also a nice note to the whole refrigerator thing.
Oh, you know that you're right. Like
That's great.
That's a real subtle throwback.
That is a real
People didn't even know that when
Yeah,
this movie came out.
I bet that was
originally
just
what the script was.
It was probably
Yeah.
just like an in joke
Yeah.
for
Probably.
the entire crew. Like, let's build a refrigerator. But it's not going to be the time machine. It's just going to be a refrigerator in the Old West because he can totally figure out all this kind of stuff.
You think by 2015 he could have rewired the DeLorean to run on electricity, but I guess not.
You know, you got to make things interesting by then. You know.
Yeah.
And isn't what kind of thing is Mr. Fusion anyway?
Mr. Fusion control makes 1.21 gigawatts.
Oh, so it's just for the time circuits. The
Yeah,
rest
it basically creates the
rest of
high
it-
electricity they need.
and the rest of it is just or the actual motor is powered by combust.
Right, internal combustion.
Yes, thank you. I can't talk.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry. Oh my gosh, look at that shot. That is amazing.
This is Alan Silvestri doing another great soundtrack.
He does. This was I think
my
his
God.
best work. Yeah.
And they're just about to explode something.
Yeah, this is where they're like, this is the strongest whiskey they had. Imagine drinking that.
Well, they did have the whole joke of the
Wake up gas.
wake up juice.
Wake up juice.
Oh, they lost a thing.
They lost a thing. I think it's a distributor cap.
Is it?
Probably.
I don't know. What is it? I'm not really...
I'm not even sure they're really sure what it is.
It was just something...
Oh, the fuel injection manifold.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not good. Like, at all. Even... You know, and we also...
Get shot on Monday.
You're going to get shot on Monday. Although I'm still trying to figure out how Marty really does age. Both of them actually really age throughout all this because, you know, they're jumping between time and stuff and that sort of thing.
Ice.
Uh-huh. Oh, crap. Let's think through this logically. We can't pull it. Let's do it by train. Because...
He has a living cartoon. Look at him.
I know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think the only person at the time who had as broad of facial expressions was probably Robin Williams.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
And Matt Frewer. Matt Frewer is a very underrated physical comedian.
I bet. What was he in?
Max Headroom.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I
And
know
a
what
bunch
you're
of other
talking about.
stuff, but he never got the
Recognition
he deserved, right? He's one of those guys that just slipped through the cracks, you know. He's kind of known to a certain nerd like myself that remembers watching Max Headroom when it was first on.
Because you are
What a great show.
You are such an '80s man.
Oh yeah.
So here, this is the part where they talk to the engineer.
Blazes of hell.
I still love the part where they are sticking him up, and he's like, "Is this the hold up? It's a science experiment."
Yes.
That's probably my favorite line in this whole movie. So now they're trying to and now they come up with this another really great diagram. That's the thing that they missed out on the second one. They didn't have the model with the small scale down version of the
But they
experiment.
did have the whole thing
Okay,
with
what
the
is the Shonash-
alternate 1985s, though.
That's
that
true.
I think might be their.
That's
their-
true.
Oh wait, they renamed Shonash Ravine for Clayton Ravine because she dies.
Right.
Yeah.
Or originally was going to die.
And then it's Eastwood Ravine
Yeah.
because of Marty and being the town hero vanishing without a trace.
Right.
You're not thinking fourth dimensionally. Yes, I love. Oh man, I love that. When it'll be complete in 1985, you'll be safe.
And it's still in use.
Oh yeah, well, and of course it'll be in use. And a little too close, a little bit of a close call there, Doc. What if there's a train right there?
Well, and they do address the whole changing of street names, too, in the first one. JFK Drive.
Although I'm actually curious as to what if Marty actually appears when, in a spot where the train is already taking up space.
Great, Scott.
What happens?
The creature is inside out. And he exploded. Gotta love that movie. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Galaxy Quest.
Oh, okay.
You need to say it if you
Yes, I need to. Go watch it, folks. But in the meantime, we're going to watch this movie.
haven't. Right.
So here we are. Clara Blayton's thing is going to be going down over the ravine. But they stop her because they like altering time stuff. They totally...
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Yes,
Okay,
stuff.
that's my first and only Doctor Who reference, alright?
Okay.
I had to do it.
You ruined it. You know that. You ruined it.
How
You
dare
did
you,
the
sir?
thing. You
Bah.
did the thing.
I was trying to.
All right. Whoa! And there it
New.
goes. And boom. That's supposed to kill her.
And there's
Boom.
a little bit of dynamite. No, actually.
That would have been... no, actually... Isn't that kind of reminiscent of... what is it? Last Crusade? Where the tank goes off the hill?
Oh, yeah.
Spielberg really likes dumping stuff off of cliffs.
Cliffs, doesn't he?
Because he did it in Duel, he did it in this movie, and he did it in Last Crusade. What else did he do that in?
Well,
I'm trying to think of what else.
Again, this is Zemeckis.
Well, it's
But it's very
it's
heavily inspired by
it's
Spielberg.
it's still very Spielberg. I mean, the film form, the kind of sense of fun. Can you imagine what's this movie probably would not have been very different if Spielberg had directed it.
Yeah.
Because
So I guess that's what they managed to save off the exploding...
Yeah.
Because she's got nothing else.
It's true.
Literally the clothes on her back.
and the telescope is broken, but if you don't mind, I'd like you to fix it.
It's really hard to give cleavage when there's nothing to show the cleavage with.
Yeah, well, honestly, it still works for her. She still rocks that dress pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Mary Steenburgen is not what I consider a classic beauty, but she's a very striking one.
Mm-hmm. And, Doc Brown is totally eating it up right here.
Oh, yeah.
But again, it's such an odd pairing. You would never expect those two together. Because I still say Christopher Lloyd's one of those interesting actors, sort of like Tommy Lee Jones, where no matter how far back you go, he always looks old.
Yeah.
He always looks like he's in his late 50s, early 60s.
What was the name of the principal?
Oh, who?
Oh, Skinner.
Principal Skinner? Did that guy ever have hair?
Doesn't he have hair in the past?
Yes.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh my god. And he has a mustache too, doesn't he?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't? I
No.
thought he did.
No,
Nope.
his great-great-grandfather did, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was thinking of just the actor. Does he ever have hair in these movies?
Slacker.
Slacker. Remember that remember that word, son. Discipline.
Yes, father.
goes on and a thing. Although I still love him in the alternate 1983 most with a shotgun.
Yes.
Boom! Slackers. So yeah, here it is, where we finally get a little nice man-to-man thing with Doc Brown and
It's like the first movie is about about Marty saving his parents. The second movie is about him saving everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And saving his own girlfriend, who eventually marries. And the third one's about Doc finding his own love. Mm-hmm. It's a very interesting hero's journey, each one.
Which is kind of, I guess, the reason why Back to the Future Part 3 is my least favorite. Because you mentioned that in the second one he goes straight to saving everybody.
Right.
And it's kind of hard to top it anything.
Well,
after
at this
that.
point, he's gone back to save Doc. he's gone back to save his mentor, which is usually not a thing that happens in a hero's journey.
True.
This is actually, now that I think about it, this is probably one of the most unconventional heroes' journeys, because it's clearly...
Oh my god,
they still got the walkie-talkies. How do those things still run?
he just put fresh batteries into it.
Okay, but still...
And he sent him back, when he sent him back in time in 55, he mentioned,
tiny little...
he even gave me fresh batteries for the walkie-talkies.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So, check it out. I love this. This little... Doc Brown is obsessed with models. You can tell he is such like a huge
Such a
kid at
nerd,
heart.
yeah.
He is such a big kid at heart. So... but I was trying. Wow, fuck! I forgot where I was mentioning before. I lost my train of thought. Who cares? But who cares? Models. I love this stuff.
Yeah.
Borrow the locomotive.
Yes, we're gonna borrow the locomotive. It's a science experiment. I swear. So now we're going to complete it as we get transported to 1985. 100 years into the future. Oh yeah, the point of no return. Now we just need Kansas.
Oh yeah.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Oh yes,
Why is he doing this?
Because why not?
It looks cool.
Because science.
It looks cool. That's why. And this is, man, I love how this stuff looks so mashed together. Who was the production designer on this movie? Because
was Phil something or other. Because he did it on the other two.
Because he must have had a friggin' ball constructing this stuff. I mean,
Well, he
man.
didn't set anything on fire this time.
It's true, he didn't.
Although it would have been, it would have been a lot more catastrophic. And hey, look. Oh yeah. Knock, knock, knock. It's yeah. Quick! It's Seth Rogen.
Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, it's
right.
Seth MacFarlane. I keep getting those two mixed up because
Seth Rogen is actually legitimately funny.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen enough of his stuff really. Because Seth MacFarlane does a lot of voice work on Robot Chicken, and I love Robot Chicken infinitely more than Family Guy.
Okay.
So, yeah. And here she's got
From the wagon. There's anything left of that damn thing.
I'm surprised that the telescope made it out as in good condition as she's got it right now, actually. You would have expected that thing to break open and shatter into a bazillion pieces, but...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But they need it for the... plot device.
Yes, plot devices. That's always a good thing. Oh boy. Excuse me.
The other way.
Everything becomes clear.
Why do birds suddenly appear?
One
Every time.
singular sensation.
No, you did not.
She takes.
I'm just doing the whole Misty thing, then.
Yeah, well, if Connie were here, she would literally scream, "Now kiss!"
Yeah, she would.
Like, she would have done that like 10,000 times. Yeah, suck face right now.
Orgy, right here, right now, pants off.
Lose the pants. Well, in her case, it's lose the skirt. But who cares? Whatever. And I think she must have gone through some training to walk in a skirt.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a class on mannerisms of women in that era. So, is this the same mare?
I would not be surprised by this point.
I wouldn't either, but I think there's got to be something else in here. But here it is.
No, I think that might actually be Skinner.
No,
No.
Skinner shows up later.
Yeah, he shows up later.
Oh, he shows up later?
Yeah, I was just thinking, is this the same mare from 1955?
We need to watch out for 3D.
Oh my god, yeah, 3D.
3D is one of the henchmen that shows up in the other two movies.
Remember, he's the one wearing the 3D glasses, and he wears the fucking sunglasses.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's yes. We got
Billy Zane's in this movie or not?
No, I don't think he is. But
you never know.
We gotta look for 3D in this movie because is he wearing like spectacles that are like mismatched? Yeah, that would be amazing. And here it is. We're gonna get a picture. Oh my gosh. I love this. And this was actually the
Smile, Doc.
this was actually the teaser at the end of the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Back before they did teasers.
And there is
ZZ Top. And look, it's Frank Beard in the middle doing the drums. He's actually doing the drums, man.
Yeah, Frank Beard, the only member of ZZ Top without a beard.
Well, he did sport a beard for a little while, but he grew out of it. But because I guess he really did feel like the irony is really funny.
Yeah.
Because, god damn, ZZ Top has beards like no other.
It's true.
It was kind of cool. They were like a Texas road band that became really big in the 80s because they had an album they were working on, and MTV decided to give them a shot.
Mm-hmm.
They became almost like they became the mythological characters in a what's the name of the guy? The Hero's Journey?
Yeah.
Joseph Campbell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, they're the mysterious mentors who give the the loser kid a chance.
What was the name of the song at the beginning of the movie? I forgot what it was. Because right now I know that they're playing a rendition of that song. Yeah. Because it's really cool. What's that?
Double Back.
Yeah,
right.
Thank you. Double Back. That's what it was.
Our bouncing roommate.
Mm-hmm. So, look at this. Isn't this cute?
It's adorable.
They're so adorable. It's
so
God.
awkward together, but they both want to have some fun.
Would you like to dance? This is so awkward. They're like,
Hi ho, Kermit's Frog here.
They're. Let's not bring Kermit into this.
Oh, come on.
No Muppets. I'm sorry. No Muppets. Maybe for Star Wars, but not for Back to the Future.
Muppets.
Hi ho,
Now, why can't this be a thing in real life where people can just sit, where they're so awkward and they don't know how to dance, and then as soon as they get together, they immediately know how to dance?
Yeah.
Why can't that?
Hey, maybe Doc Brown always had the moves.
Maybe, but why can't people in real life be like that? But I see it. Why they never? Where did he learn to dance? Oh,
It's horrible. Gun can safe. Stop that. Just stop it.
He's
got
got
his
it.
finger on the fucking trigger.
Yeah, I know. That's the old West for you. They didn't give two shits. They did not
at least
give
it
two
wasn't
shits.
cocked.
That's probably the other thing. But
I love this.
yeah, this is Wild Gunman.
Yeah.
This is 1885 Wild Gunman, and so another nice way to.
At least he's
connect it.
left-handed.
Oh yeah, he's he's not left-handed.
Oh.
All right, can I try that again? Yeah, do it. And then watch this. Patow, patow, just like Wild Gunman. Patow, patow, patow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, son. What's up? Oh, and this is great. 7-Eleven.
Anyone who isn't a child of the 80s will not get that reference.
Nope.
Well, they reference it in the second movie.
Yeah, they
true.
do. I mean, it's straight up there. I mean, that's a. Oh, and by the way, did you notice? You probably didn't. But the scene with the Wild Gunman in the Cafe 80s in the future. Elijah Wood is a tiny little baby.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
Hey, look, it's Mr. Strickland.
There's Marshall. And it wasn't Principal Skinner. It was Marshall.
And he
Skinner.
does.
Strickland,
And
yeah.
look, he does have hair.
He does.
And he has some really bitchin' mustache.
That's Burnsides. It's called the sideburn. Mutton chops.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
mutton
mutton
chops.
chops.
Yeah. Can we bring back the mutton chops for
No.
2015? Why not? That is like the most manly facial hair you can have.
You remember when Nick Redding did that?
Yes, and it looked manly.
It looked
Who's
stupid.
Nick Redding?
Nick Redding's one of our colleagues,
Ah.
and he's easily one of the funniest actors you'll meet for a while. And it has a magnificent voice. I still say to this day, if he does keep up what he's doing, he's going to become the next Robin Williams. Because he just has that ability to look at you and you're going to start laughing and you don't know why. He's got that charm.
It's like that one comedian we see at Grumpy Dave's who's not a comedian,
Yeah.
but you just can't stop laughing at him.
The anti-comic.
Anti-comic. I
Yeah.
don't get that guy, but he's so funny.
And there's, Miss Little Strickland. I will,
Little
Pa.
Strickland.
I'll remember that word. Discipline. Yes, I will. So, and
Nice layout.
ZZ Top's been playing that song for a while. You think is that like
No, it's a different song now.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so ZZ Top definitely went all out on that. Oh yeah, the
Frisbee
Frisbees. Hey, Frisbee, far out.
That's why it's quite the
what did you mean to that? It was right in front of him.
It's quite the anachronism, but still, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of funny because I love the wordplay because what was it? Oh, this is heavy. There's that word again. Heavy. Is there something wrong with Earth's gravitational pull?
Weight has nothing to do with it.
No. Oh boy, here he is. Buford Tannen. That's not good.
No, nothing.
No 3D.
Nope. Wait, really? Are you sure? Oh man, seriously? Oh, that would have been so cool. Just have like a mix match spectacles or something.
Yeah.
But you know, many people didn't wear glasses back in the day, so I guess it was hard to do.
Well, and if you had glasses like that at the time, you probably had syphilis. Well, no, it's true. The reason why sunglasses exist the way they do is because of the fact that syphilis was a thing. Because syphilis makes you light sensitive.
I actually heard that sarsaparilla was considered a cure for syphilis. So that's why, like ginger beer and root beer were considered. So if you're down on that in the Wild West, because you had the clap.
That would make sense. But how many were there 3 henchmen for every era with Biff?
Yep.
Okay, so in that case, oh man, we don't get 3D, man. I want 3D.
I know, right?
He's like that's like a trope, man.
Yeah, it's a
don't fuck
thing.
with the trope. Unless
it's somewhere in the costume.
I mean, I guess, but still, we had waking up in his mother's not bedroom.
Yeah,
we had the clock tower. We had head trauma with Marty McFly. We had running through the streets with. We had running through the streets from Biff. Boom! Ow!
Oh, it would have been much funnier if she kicked him in the balls.
Yeah, well, that would have put him out of commission, and we wouldn't have this nice little moment.
And long skirts like that aren't very good for raising knees.
Mm-hmm. You would know, wouldn't you, Bailey?
Of course I would.
Yep. And watch this. Ready? Whoosh! Pow!
He Batmaned!
Oh, yeah. I'm Batman. Wouldn't have been the best moment ever if Biff just kind of slow turned straight toward him, and then we punch in on a close-up of him, and then Marty just looks at him and says with a straight face, I'm Batman. Oh, you yeller?
This is sort of it's sort of Marty's turn is that he decides he can back down from a fight.
Yep.
He doesn't need to fight.
Chicken. You chicken, McFly? Nobody calls me Yeller. You gotta have that. You gotta put that southern drawl on it. Yeller. Yeller. Old Yeller. Oh, that's why it was called Old Yeller.
Marsha's got her.
And of course, they just told this in the morning.
Yeah, you know.
In front of everybody. It's like,
yeah.
On the stage.
You can kill him Monday. I'll be back on Monday. And we'll settle this then.
Now, that actually is a trope that never really existed much in the Wild West.
Right,
was
calling out
the duels.
Mm-hmm.
There were very few gunfights in the gunfights. Most people were shot in the back or stabbed or hit with a shotgun.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, I do my killing after breakfast. But still, that man, you get some weird stuff in there. Yeah. But yeah, remember, they're still kind of calling out to the mythology of the Western movies rather than the West themselves.
Right. Because they actually make it look a lot dirtier than the other original movies, like The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance and
because
the Searchers.
Because everyone looks surprisingly clean. So let's have some fun. Yeah.
Here comes the spinning guitars.
Yes. Yep. Oh yeah. Yes. ZZ Top is the best.
Oh, ZZ Top.
I know, right? Oh man, I wonder if they got to keep got to keep that stuff. Wouldn't it be really cool if they just went to like a old time bar and just started playing?
It's like trying not to cry. It's just adorable.
I'm looking at their costumes and I'm trying to see if there's anything at all that would indicate 3D.
No,
because he's such a great character, even though he's
He's like the Boba Fett.
Nothing. Yeah, exactly.
He's the Boba Fett of the
these
series.
movies.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Every like lighthearted, fun action adventure story
has one.
Yeah, they really do need to have something like this. Even Batman has one, and it's Bob.
Stand up, that son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'd like to buy you a drink. Aren't these Western? Aren't these Western actors in here?
Can't tell you off the top of my head.
Guess not. But yeah, oh.
Well, I can. Most all the actors that were used in here were professional horseback riders that were mainly used in westerns.
Thank you, Bailey.
Okay.
Yes, Bailey's just a wonderful asset, isn't she?
Mostly on Back to the Future, I know most of the facts on this.
Cool. And yeah, here's another shot. Oh man, this must. How did they do this for compositing? Because you have background dancers at that. You can't mimic that.
Yeah, that's tough.
I think this is green screen, actually.
Oh yeah, you can see kind of the green screen on Marty there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, still, that's a cool effect.
Oh yeah.
Because you also can you imagine trying to get your timing right between the two?
Yeah.
That's rough. Timing. You would think acting to yourself would be easy as it sounds,
It's
but
not.
oh my fuck no. But yeah, this is definitely a green screen shot. Now that I look, although now
Glare. He just learned about a great great grandfather. He never knew about.
Uncle.
Yeah, I think
Uncle,
about. You better think about your future, Mr. Eastwood. I think about it all the time. This is a nice, lovely little scene right between these two.
Yeah.
Isn't that where Lone Pines is?
Oh my God!
Wouldn't be surprised.
Remember
the old house?
Yeah, where Marty drives away in 1955. Oh my God! It's the pine. Oh, that I wonder if I don't think that it's supposed to be the same location in the continuity, but this totally looks like the same location that they shot it on.
It really does.
Oh my God! Like as soon as they were done with the that scene, they tore it down. Like a week later, they had this sit up, and they got this. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. But yeah, this is a sweet moment. And God, and Christopher Lloyd is still such a cartoon character in this, but man, is he a sweetheart. So
do I,
This is my absolute favorite. I was looking.
Okay, God, he's really starting to look like Uncle Fester here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was only first published 10 years ago.
Made me feel like a boy.
Awkward.
Right.
Yeah, awkward.
Thing is, he actually wasn't sure what to do because this was the first movie Leslie Nielsen ever had romantic entanglements in a movie.
True.
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd.
Ah, damn! Why did I say that?
Because he's being like the super cartoon character. Shooting star. Yes. Completes it. Wait.
Invaders from Mars.
Yes, Invaders from Mars. Invaders from Mars.
West versus aliens.
Oh my God, that's where it can tie all in.
Oh, hey, here it is again. The
morning breakfast
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah, what do they call them?
Rube Goldberg machines.
Thank you.
Oh, really? There's a term for that?
Yeah, Rube
Yeah.
Goldberg was a very famous cartoonist in the early 1910s and 20s who would draw these elaborate contraptions to do silly, simple things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not the first time I've seen something like this. I mean, I still remember the ones from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. You remember those?
But it also mirrors the one at the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Look at those PJs.
Yes. Marty S.
Marty S. Oh my
Marty
God.
McFly.
Oh my God. Connie would be having a field day right now.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. If you don't know, on the
I think
first
she's got a big crush on
Michael J. Fox.
like
Look at this,
hardcore.
yeah.
Like, because, he's like a 23-year-old supposed to be playing a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
And damn it, he can actually kind of pull it off.
Well, he's so damn short and baby-faced.
Oh.
And he has a
here
really young...
Here he goes.
And he has a youthful voice.
Yeah.
Jack!
Taxi Driver meets Clint Eastwood meets awkward not Luke Skywalker.
Awkward naked butt man.
Make my day.
He's being just an idiot.
Yep.
Yeah, well, then again, at what point or another have we done that
Yeah.
in our own mirrors? I've
yeah.
done that.
No, I was thinking about the fact that I was walking around town
tiny
with a gun.
cigars.
A cheroot, yeah.
Yes. Oh, man, he's become the town hero in, like, no time.
And here comes the...
this is my favorite
Undertaker.
bit. Yes. Interest you in a new suit tomorrow? You could probably use it for your... Oh, actually, I love the part where he just kind of starts walking out, and he's like, I told you I didn't want a new suit. This isn't for your suit. This is for your coffin.
Yeah.
Luck favors the prepared. Is that Lilac?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just enjoying the fresh air. Look at him. He's so happy. God almighty. Oh, yeah, it's the tombstone that they show in the photograph.
Oh, yeah.
And would you believe that there's like no sign of age on either of them? Fresh off the movie making line. Oh yeah, because I bet those are actually styrofoam. Cause,
Probably.
Well, do you remember the gravestones in the Penguin's parents' grave, but in Batman Returns?
Mm.
They were so fake. As a matter of fact, when Penguin kneels down dramatically, or not dramatically, or whatever, one of the tombstones actually shifts. It's bad. That's the, oh man, that was my favorite part. Oh wait, I think this is the bit right here. Great Scott! I know this is heavy. The roles have been reversed. Oh. So now they've got a bigger problem. Marty's might just be the one on the headstone. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this is also the reason why they needed to destroy the machine, because God, is that thing more
worry than it's worth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't... Oh, wait a minute, Doc. What's up? What is wrong with my future?
I love how Doc keeps trying to protect him, and then keeps revealing information.
At the end...
He's sort of like... what's his name from Harry Potter?
Dumbledore?
No, the half-giant. Hagrid.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I probably should have said
Yeah.
that.
I should not have said that. I should not have said that. Poor Hagrid. He does it by accident. Doc just is like, yeah, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what about that whole thing about not being able to talk about your future? What the hell? Who cares? Oh, Doc, you don't belong here. Neither one of us.
How many months do they actually spend traveling through time?
That's the thing.
that's a good
They've
question.
got to biologically age a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least... Let's see. This is 1 week. First one was 1 week.
First one was 1 week. The second
one was...
that was like
3 days, I think?
3 days.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
Doc is doing a lot more time travel than he does. He goes all the way to the
True.
future. He establishes himself in 2015, and he reestablishes himself in 1885.
So yeah.
So
there's-
Marty himself only has like 2 weeks and 3 days.
Yeah.
whereas Doc Brown almost has like nearly
A year.
like half a year, a full year, or something like that. So his biological clock is like ridiculous, and yet he still has time to have kids.
Yeah.
Later on, I'm like,
Also,
you
remember
guys do remember in the second movie, he
talks about-
actually talks about how he got this like total biological reboot, and that's
Right,
when he peeled off the face. It took like 30 or 40 years off.
He
of
looked
his
exactly
life.
the same. That made me laugh.
that's the thing. Although, you know what's the weird thing? They wrote that in there because they didn't want to have Christopher Lloyd wearing old makeup like for this entire thing, because that would just take an insane amount of time and money that they didn't want to do. But it's funny that, no matter what, he still looks like he's in his late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
Always.
Gotta go back to the future.
So much, the title drop.
Yay, title drop.
I'm with you, and I don't even understand it. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Who's on first?
Who's on? Yes. Yes, he is.
What's his name?
Yes. No. Fuck!
Keep working on it, my friend.
I screwed it up. Who?
I was on stage.
Yeah. Now we're gonna do the who's on stage.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Okay. So the thing about Back to the Future is,
Yeah.
Right. Own personal benefit.
oh yeah. So we will proceed as planned.
First, the funny thing was that originally they had no plans to make sequels to the original Back to the Future.
Yeah.
The whole thing about we gotta fix your kids, Marty, was just a joke, and they took his future. They took Jennifer
Along with
with
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that pissed me off so bad.
Well, it ended up writing them into a corner because they had to get rid of her.
Yeah. Yeah. That we talked about that to no end because
it pissed me off.
it did. Although then again, they did kind of.
They did not.
No, they sort of saved themselves with.
They did not.
No, with what they did to Marty's mom. Because they actually kind of gave her a lot more character and a little bit more of a tougher character because she actually stands up to Biff.
And then they alter it in '85, and she gets giant.
Yeah.
Mom, you got so
Big.
Big fake titties.
Big fat titties.
Big fake titties.
Big fake
titties. Just the kind of thing Biff Tannen would like.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately. But, yeah, that's what we were talking about, how that's kind of what saved it for us, even though Jennifer's character was really underwritten. Because she could have been a really cool character to run around with. But she just kind of got shoved off into the side.
Also, the other thing they used to have at the Universal,
Yeah.
they had one of the Back to the Future cars, and they had the steam engine.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you can find pictures of it online.
That's really cool.
It's pretty wicked awesome.
Oh, yeah. So...
And apparently there is a picture of, in the new Simpsons ride, of a cartoon Emmett Brown handing the deed over to Professor Flink.
I totally missed that because I
Nice.
went on to the Simpsons ride, and by the way, that is a trippy-ass ride.
Yeah, I'm planning on seeing it in January.
Oh, have you not been on?
No, they were working on Simpsons, the Simpsons Land,
Yeah.
Oh,
when
yeah,
I left
yeah.
Florida.
Okay, because I've been on it, and what it is basically it's just a cart that moves in sync to a giant IMAX screen.
Which is what the original Back to the Future ride was.
Oh, really? That's what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And they I think at the time it was actually the most expensive single piece of special effects ever done.
Wow.
Because they had to do it for IMAX, and you were basically being chased through time and space.
Yeah, and
Well,
they had to
you-
sync the machine up.
Right.
Because
It's
it
very
buckles.
similar in design to the Star Tours ride at Disney,
Yeah.
but it's done on a much bigger screen. Mm-hmm. It's one thing I will do a podcast at some point where I'll talk about the differences between Disney and Universal.
Oh, definitely.
Just for the parks.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's a lot of difference in the details.
This character
Ow.
works for me.
Yeah, I'll admit because you would really I really don't. There's something about it that just rubs me the wrong way. The concept of this character, but
What, her?
yeah, but damn it, she pulls it off really well.
Mary Stewart is a great actress.
Yeah, she is, but it's not the truth though. Poor Emmett.
But I will say,
Yeah.
when she finally comes to, she forgives him on the train,
Yeah,
I was like, God, what a wussy way out. It'd be much more interesting if she actually saw him traveling through time.
it would have been interesting.
Yeah.
Although she does get saved on a hoverboard,
True.
so
Yeah.
that's a thing. Because man,
From the year 2015.
Man, the blocking on those shots are amazing. Because they
There
play
he is,
out
just
so
being-
long,
That
man.
is a man who just lost everything.
Oh, yeah.
I need whiskey. How many has he had? Yes, just the one. He just likes to hold it. Oh, boy. Oh, whiskey, Chester.
Whiskey.
Oh, I
On
really
the
want
4th
to
of
know.
July.
I
That's a
really,
great story.
Yeah.
Just
I want to know what happened to him on the 4th of July.
I ain't your bud.
Now, is it me, or does that bartender also actually kind of look like in the face? He looks sort of like the bartender from The Shining.
A little bit.
Yeah.
No, actually, he played the bartender in Sam Raimi's Western, Quick and the Dead.
With
a mustache.
Yeah, wasn't that a little after this?
94, I believe.
Yeah, I bet that
There was like a small revival of Westerns that came out late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a part
I
of
love
that.
how he looks up on the word Googleplex.
Before Google was cool.
Well,
before
Googleplexes existed.
Yeah.
They do, but when it was popular to use them, You never know what the future might might bring. I can tell you about the future. I can tell you about the future.
Okay, there's Marty out there waiting.
Mm-hmm.
With, seriously, the most futuristic car ever.
Sleeping at a gun.
Yeah.
Would not be comfortable.
No, it wouldn't be. Nothing would be. Yeah. Everything hurts out there. Like, everything. And that coffee must taste like ass.
You don't care when you need coffee that bad.
It's true.
Nope. Talk about needing some sugar cubes. Right? Oh, boy. Not good. Wake up!
And he's just sleeping on his damn gun, too.
Everyone sleeps on their gun, apparently, back in 1885.
It was an expensive thing. You didn't want to get anyone stolen. And if you slept on it, you had a better chance of, waking up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry. I love that. How many have you had there, son? Automobiles. Run for fun. Of course we run.
He's been talking all night like this, probably.
Yeah. Probably. And they're like, hey, seriously. You would think he would have taken one drink by now.
Yeah.
But, I guess he's always been cock-blocked by it. Yeah. Even so. Now, what was the name of that stable? I missed it.
Just livery and stable.
Okay, because I don't know if that was like supposed to be a reference for
No.
later.
Back then, every town had its own livery and stables.
Mm-hmm. Too bad there's not a Texaco. Right? Because apparently Texaco is still a thriving company in 2015.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah,
Like,
there actually used to be a Texaco station around the corner from my house when I was still living in Utah.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Was it like derelict, or is that actually still going?
No, it was still going, surprisingly enough.
Wow. Like by one old guy?
I don't know about that. Never walked into the place. But I'd be interested in going back, seeing what's left.
Yeah, if there's something left. To the future, gentlemen. Oh, no, bad. And he is out.
Like a tree falling through a forest. Man, they timed that perfectly. Did you see that other beer glass hit the other table?
Yep. Yep. Damn, man, that's one hell of a stunt, man.
Just the one?
Because can you? We need coffee. We're gonna make some wake up juice. Oh, jeez, that must have been horrible to taste. I wonder what that really was at the end of the day. Probably cough syrup.
I think that's just a joke.
Yeah.
Probably cough syrup.
Well, there is something called curry oysters, which is a shot of vodka mixed with Tabasco sauce and a raw egg.
Oh my God.
And you shake it all up and you drink it.
Wake up juice! Oh, God almighty.
I see hot sauce.
I see vinegar.
I see dried red peppers.
Oh, geez, they're using
Garlic.
it all, too. Like, a lot.
It's
It's going to be a Priest on Sunday. Yeah. Oh, why do we have to cut these damn things so close? Oh, Jesus. This is going to be something. Oh, shit.
Stand back.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's going to be painful.
That looks nasty, man. Seriously, man. Christopher Lloyd. A fucking plus on those, like, exaggerated exits and entrances.
That was just a reflex action.
That was just a reflex action. Oh, Jesus. This is crazy.
All right, I'm gonna step outside.
And there's the hey, there's the famous train that becomes a time machine. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing. 'Cause I've always wanted to shoot a sequence on a train.
Oh, yeah.
That has got to be just physically just tiring to do because you've got so many things to shift.
Right.
Yeah.
And not to mention to sync up along with it. Seamus McFly. Is that?
Totally.
I think that's another one of those in camera. No, it doesn't look like a green screen. He was
that was probably in camera.
Yeah, because they had to do a lot of synchronization. Man, these shots, they know how their blocking is is impeccable, man. They just know how to keep the pace going. Are you in there, Eastwood? I'm calling you out. See, I'm calling you out. Totally called that. I called him calling him out.
Oh, boy.
Call Inception or something. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. Oh, boy. That's some really good framing, actually. It looks like a portrait. Oh, shit.
Oh, snap.
Oh, boy. Clint Eastwood gonna die.
And I like the poncho that he has on.
I know, it's really... It's a lot better than the last one. You know, it's funny how that they really try to make him look like Clint Eastwood from Fistful of Dollars, but they also purposely try to keep his meekness.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough. Without shooting,
You can't do that.
you can't do that. That's against the rules. What rules? This is the Wild West, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, even then, there were some rules.
Like what? Seriously, like what? Don't be a dick.
Institutionalized racism.
Okay. Yeah, but that's terrible.
There were rules, though. That's my point.
Alright. It's going to take him at least 30 seconds for him to count to 10. So you better hurry up.
5.
What comes after that?
Well, he does kind of do that for 7.
Oofa. So, now... you gotta be...
See,
What comes after that? 7. Oh, snap. He's got a gun now. Yeah, boy.
He's got 2 of them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I already got a gun. I'm a badass.
And there's a reference from earlier. This is what... I'm back, by the way. This is the reference to the Man with No Name trilogy.
Yep.
He's actually kind of dressed like him, too.
That's what we were mentioning earlier. But if you notice, he still doesn't have the roughness around the edges that Clint Eastwood had. He's still very clean. He's an asshole. Whoop! Thank God. Where were you?
I think so. Well,
I was to the future and back.
It's in the back. Yeah.
Oh boy, are they
Where
gonna
the
make
hell is
it?
Marshall Strickland through all this?
I don't know. You would.
that's a good question.
Who's the slacker now, Strickland? Right? Oh, and there he finds the
well, in the
bulletproof
deleted
vest.
scenes, you find out that Marshall Strickland was killed by Biff Tannen and his guys, and that's why it's the deputy that arrests him.
Gotcha.
And the final words that Strickland gives his son is, "Remember that word, son? Discipline."
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm actually pretty sure that Marshall Strickland actually comes back and arrests him as he pulls
We'll find out here in
No,
just a minute.
Tannen out of the manure.
deputy.
We'll find out in a
We'll
minute.
find out.
$5 says I'm right.
Oh, I will. I would take that bet, but I don't have $5 in my wallet.
Nah.
I'm good for it.
Yeah. Believe me,
lunch or
I probably would take it though, because I'm almost positive that it's him that does it. No, not yet. No, probably not. Just because I don't want to lose $5. I've spent.
We're scrimping right now.
Well, I've spent too much today as it is. I spent like $10 on food today because we were on a go. Yes, sir. I've never seen a man so broken up. What was her name? Emmett. She must she describe him with puppy dog eyes?
Well, this was the director's wife's description of how he should be described, because the original description was these very wide, crazy-looking eyes and extremely wild-looking hair.
Yeah.
Not exactly...
That would have killed at least 2 people.
Nah.
Not exactly
If
the
you
kind of
stopped a train
description-
at that speed in the Old West, it would have killed several people.
Probably, but yeah, you're absolutely right, Bailey. That's
That That's a guy's description of another guy, not a woman's loving description of the man.
Yeah, it's true. And he did have like these really cute puppy-eyed dog's eyes in those moments, so it works. Oh yeah, Marty McFly pimping out, ready to save the day. And this is a part I gotta really commend Marty here for this. Where's 3D? Damn it! No, still no 3D, man.
I know, right?
This sucks.
It really disappoints.
I know. Come on, Robert Zemeckis, do your thing. Seriously, mismatched spectacles. That would have worked. That would have totally worked. Like one.
It would mean your character had syphilis, but it would have worked.
Yeah. So what? I mean, half the people I'm pretty sure had syphilis back then.
Well, if the stories are true,
I guess.
They came to the Native Americans.
Lord knows that that they all have bad teeth. No. What? That just blew his mind. Oh boy, bad idea, Marty. Bad idea. Yeah, Marty's the guy with the plan.
mm-hmm.
I thought we could settle this like men. Okay, actually, this
He's like, what the hell, man?
the look that he gives when he actually shoots him, like, yeah, I just shot a guy. Like, right here. This. Where have I seen this before in Biff? I know, I should know. I just watched the other two
It's
movies.
very similar to a shot in Tombstone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where in the movie? Because the only part that I remember from Tombstone was the part where he grabs the rifle by the river and just starts killing people and yelling, "No!"
No, Curly Bill gets really, really drunk and is just wandering around, like, freaking out with a gun.
Oh shit! Marty's
not
alive.
drunk.
Boom!
He's stoned on opium.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
And I like how this, where he uses the pan, the stove grate for
A weapon.
well, not for a weapon, for a vest.
That's from
Yeah.
Fistful of Dollars.
Yeah, it's set up in the previous movie.
Yeah.
Right. We talked about that a bit earlier.
And wait for it. Ready? Boom!
Oh, and he breaks the tombstone.
Yep, breaks
Very
the
symbolic.
Yeah, how that's a nice little tie-in. But wait, he's gonna give the final blow. Wait for it.
Oh, look at all those
Boom!
red apples behind him.
And boom!
Right into the shit.
Nice.
It's the curse of the tenants to be covered in manure.
I hate manure. And he always spits it out, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Manure! I hate manure! Buford's going to jail, isn't he? Oh, yep.
Yep, that is the
Oh,
deputy.
yeah?
Well, shit.
Actually, I guess the town's... I think it might be the sheriff, because
Yeah.
sheriffs and marshals were different back then.
Yep.
Sure.
Well, see, I'm glad I didn't take that bet, because I was wrong. And you were right, Bailey. Yeah. Yeah, wait.
No, he's definitely the sheriff. Always got
Oh,
the badge for it.
yuck. I hate manure. That must have been... I really hope that was like spinach that he spat up.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't put Thomas Wilson
no.
into actual poo.
But
Right.
it's just that... Oh, man, that's just nasty.
And then the classic little boy.
Run. Oh, yeah. Here's your gun, mister. Thanks. And he tosses it over to Seamus, and here, you can trade that out for a new hat. Because that one looks kind of stupid. Although, I don't know. Seamus McFly seems to rock the bowler hat pretty well.
Oh, yeah. He's Irish.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, I am a Mr. McFly.
I'm a raging stereotype.
Yeah, just a bit.
Redhead stereotype. And motherfucker missed again. Seriously, why do they have to cut these things so damn close? How is she running, actually?
Painfully.
How?
Yeah.
Because she was
Under
back...
great duress.
Seriously, she must really love Emmett a lot, because holy fuck, those things would hurt like a bitch.
They do hurt like a bitch.
I mean, they...
I
know, the
have
thing-
issues like that.
The thing that I like about all this, though, is
Yeah.
that now they're not really on as tight a schedule.
Yeah.
They have all the time they need after they stop this train.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that worked out for him.
But still, holy Christ, I'm still worried about that woman's feet, because she's running for like a good
She's running and running and running and
Well,
running like a constipated wiener dog.
She ran like a mile and a half on uneven terrain in those shoes, which are, by today's standards, those shoes would be heinous, falling apart by now. How in the hell she's able to... She really must love Emmett a lot, because to muster up that kind of will, yikes. Jump, Marty, jump! Stunt double!
And they even lose their hat.
Yeah, no, they cannot lose their hat.
Actually, if you notice, his hat was falling off and now
Yeah.
it's back on.
Yes, well, they can't lose their hat, because the hat's a thing. It's always...
Oh,
well,
no, she lost her hat.
Well, okay, shit, spoke too soon.
And continuity, they did actually leave her hat.
Yes, they did. Because
Leave her hatless, you mean?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you really imagine what it would be like to have that kind of thing to try to keep in continuity? That would be horrible.
I think this is the second time that Christopher Lloyd has run across a tree, because he did the same thing in Legend of Lone Ranger.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Wow. That.
And Marty did that himself.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That would hurt a lot. Oh my
It
god.
would. I believe
The pain.
It would hurt a lot.
He deserves punching for that.
I have been punched many times for that one. Yes. It's okay. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. I couldn't. And here's my favorite line in this whole movie where they come in here.
Just let him say it.
Is this a hold up?
It's a science experiment.
Perfection.
That's my favorite bit. Oh my gosh! If any of these lines in this movie are quotable, it's that one.
Train.
What is it? What do you mean?
It's like that train.
Wait a minute. Isn't that the same type of train that was used in the Polar Express?
I don't know.
Oh my God! Wouldn't that be amazing? Because Robert,
No, there's something about the history of that train. I was reading about it.
yeah,
And it's actually been used in a lot of classic westerns. They actually tracked it down specifically because it had been used.
yeah, that makes sense. But oh my God, I just realized.
131.
No, seriously, I just realized how similar this train is as to the one used in Polar Express.
That doesn't surprise me much.
Yeah, well, I mean, Robert Zemeckis did do it. I've wanted to do that all my life. See, another Robert Zemeckis moment.
Yeah.
Oh my God, wow, I did not realize that right now. Man, it's wonderful to see a director kind of connect all of his movies when just these really tiny, subtle ways.
Yeah.
And here comes the bit where we start the experiment. Oh,
You know-
my gosh.
Question.
Yes?
What happened to the original hubcaps for the DeLorean? I would think that would mean that Doc in the 50s has them.
I guess. I mean, well...
It's a small thing, but I wonder.
No. Minor thing. Doesn't really matter besides because they had to put it on tracks anyway. So, oh man, I really wonder what those materials are because they look like they honestly look like bundles of yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they do.
Well, I think what it was is that since he had to drain the gasoline out of the original car, he probably used it in one of his experiments to turn it into those things, and by the time he realized we need gas, he'd already used it.
That might be a thing. That might be a thing. Love the hoverboard in the background too. Seriously,
And also coming up, one of the most amazing models ever built.
oh really? What is it?
The freaking locomotive.
Oh,
yeah.
They built that thing for scale, and then dropped it over a cliff.
That's awesome,
Lord.
man. And they
Okay, here we go.
shit missed it again. Seriously, you guys couldn't wait like 5 minutes.
I know, right?
Hell, you guys could have waited 30 seconds, man. 30 seconds.
Yeah, actually, apparently, according to this, was the Sierra Railway Number 3, built in 1891, and was a historic train.
1891.
It was built in 1891. Yeah, that train.
So, inaccuracy.
Oh, hush.
Inaccuracy. Burn at the stake.
And it appeared in over 100 films and television shows.
Yeah, that makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. This is 1885. It's not supposed to be here.
Dan, you hold him. I punch him, okay?
Nah, just let me have fun. He'll suffer more.
Oh, fucking shit. I'm in it.
Yeah, but I need the catharsis.
No.
You don't, as far as I know.
Hopefully, we'll hit 88 miles per hour.
John, all you have to do is watch. I guarantee you'll be fine. I'm scared now. Bailey is very scary. Very scary indeed. Like I'd almost rather be in a room full
Explosions!
I'd rather be in a room with Darkseid.
That's when they're starting to use the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is good stuff. So now we're moving.
And that's just a great moving shot
Yeah,
there,
we're riding
too.
through residential neighborhoods now.
Yeah, God, this must have been a bitch to shoot because they had to use a moving train.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Not to mention you have to rack focus and you have to make sure the dolly and the crane works and synchronization. Fucking that hurts. Because I just got off a film set where we had a difficult shot where it was a tilt and a dolly pan working with a moving actor, and we thought that was crazy hard. I couldn't even imagine.
Love the obviously fake green smoke.
Yeah.
God bless the practical effects and
Whee!
the optical effects of the 80s.
Yeah.
Golly, you don't hear that one anymore. Oh man, I miss this stuff. Although, man, how is she moving in that dress?
Movie physics.
Women were, I guess women were
Movie logic.
Women were just badasses like that.
Oh yeah,
They just know how to move in dresses, like do everything, do
they're
stunts.
trained to do that. Women unfortunately have to live with that every freaking day.
We do.
Okay, here and yet again, here's another Zemeckis trope with a train. We have one of our main characters in the front of the locomotive, as it's about to approach a really critical point. Oh boy! Oh shit! Don't slip! I swear to God! And okay, you better come. Oh, you better come up with something quick. 50. Shit.
She blows the whistle.
She blows the whistle, and that face he gives. Wait a minute.
That would have deafened him there.
Oh my gosh, you're totally right. Isn't the whistle like right behind him?
Yeah.
That thing's designed to be heard for miles.
Yeah, that. Ooh.
That would have deafened everyone there.
His ears should be bleeding. Ouch. Well, I guess you know why the real reason why his ears aren't bleeding. Because Alan Silvestri's score. That's a badass score right there. Oh boy. Oh, now we've got, and finally we have some dress issues.
Yeah.
When she has to slip up, and then she gets saved by the flying hoverboard. That must have been like the most surreal thing ever.
Well, it does previews from the future.
Yeah.
I just wish.
Look, I'm from the future. I have the cell phone.
I have a cell phone.
Yep, I got a pair of shoes like that.
Oh
It's
my
actually one of the best
God.
episodes of Justice League Unlimited.
With,
Vandal Savage goes back in time with a laptop.
Yep.
And gives it to a bunch of Nazi scientists.
I was thinking of weird Western tales where they're fighting robots from the future.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That one was amazing.
Oh, that's called the Once and Future thing.
Yeah, I love that one. Because it's like, don't worry, we've had plenty of experience with strange things. A pterodactyl comes out of the sky. I'm sorry, you were saying.
I just saw the steam pop out next door.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, it looked like she was farting.
You were such a child, you know
yes,
that.
I am. I'm 12 years old when I watched this again.
And it's about to blow. Fuck! Boom! That is. Oh man, that's awesome.
The explosion of all that.
Oh,
it's a really good thing her hair didn't get caught in there.
Oh, ow!
Man,
Dude.
I got long hair like her.
That would be. Oh God.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Piranha 3 or
No.
Piranha 3D? There's a part where a girl's hair gets caught in a motorboat, and the guy tries to start it because the piranhas are attacking, and literally rips her face off.
Ugh.
Oh,
Damn you, sharktopus!
eyeballs and everything, man. And
Yeah, they would be boiled right there just from
yeah.
the steam.
Yeah.
They'd have pieces of...
Remember, movie logic.
Yes, movie logic.
Movie logic, and he is wearing gloves, engineer gloves.
Face.
Yeah, well, again, movie logic, and this. Now we gotta admit, this would never happen or never work. No. Where he hands the board out to Doc,
No kidding.
or the dress being able to hold for that long. But who cares? This movie is fun as shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Actually, with how dresses were made back then, those things were meant to be very, very, very durable.
Ah, yes. And here we go.
All the red smoke. All
and
of
here
it.
comes this very expensive practical shot.
Oh, I know, right? Can you imagine if they just fucked it up once? That was... Whoop! Got her.
Whoopsie doodle.
Yeah!
Save the door. Close the doors there, Marty.
Now, how is he traveling at 90 miles an hour on a hoverboard?
Well, the hoverboard doesn't. It just gives you anti-gravity.
It's just,
It doesn't,
yeah.
I guess, but
Yeah.
he doesn't look like he's going 90 miles an hour.
No, he's going at the same speed as the train and then slowing down as he's pulled away.
Whatever. And
Physics.
here we go. October 27th, 1985, and he's gone. All right, check this out. Here's the most practical effect.
The most, yeah.
Yep, with a burning locomotive.
It's smoking into a local quarry.
Kaboom!
Bam!
That is
dude.
impressive.
Yes.
And didn't they have like a C4 at the bottom to let it blow?
Yep.
So it really went. And they also added a little bit,
yeah,
a little
more
extra.
expensive.
Well, they added,
smoke.
they added some composite smoke to make it even bigger. So that was cool. But again, wouldn't have been the most awkward thing if there was a train going by right as he exploded
Yeah.
in, like it was on top. How would that work? Would like the molecules
I
just
think it would
fuse?
just fade in.
I think it would fuse into each other.
Yeah, that'd be messy.
That's always been a problem.
Nice
That's always been one of those
movie.
paradoxical things that would make Back to the Future really bad.
Yeah, it would be. But because it's handled with such love and such fun, adventure, you can get past all that. How does he even see over...
Right?
That's a surreal image.
Yeah.
What in the hell? How does he even see over the hood?
Yeah, that's
with
a
all
good
that
question.
shit? Yeah.
He can sort of do it like, leaning out to the side.
Hey, I think it's time to run now.
The train's there. There
Run.
was a train there.
Yeah, yeah, you should
Train.
get out now. Open the door! Fuck!
Marty McFly's super speed there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you always wanted it destroyed, Doc. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you would think that would do a little bit more damage to the train.
Yeah, but at the same time, just the catastrophic explosion
Impact,
of parts
yes.
of all that.
You would think it would just like get bounced back a little bit.
I think where the guy at Universal Studios actually drove a DeLorean to work every day, and his license plate was McFly.
Okay, if you were to keep any part of that, what would you keep?
The license plate.
License plate?
I
And
want
Mr. Fusion.
no. I want the flux capacitor.
Yeah, I was thinking flux capacitor.
I want the flux.
Oh, that
capacitor.
seat.
I don't want to travel in time. That would
The
just suck.
director actually took the flux capacitor and made it into a lamp.
Yeah.
He did.
That
Yeah.
doesn't surprise
I do
me.
think it's funny there are DeLorean companies out there that will completely retrofit your DeLorean, to look movie quality.
Yeah, they will do that.
Except that the flux capacitor doesn't actually work.
No, it doesn't. But
what
it's
if
still.
it did?
It's no, I don't want to mess around with that.
Lion States.
Yep, back home where we were before.
Now, that's one thing that always kind of bugged me about the original Back to the Future.
What's that?
Why didn't his parents live someplace nicer by this point?
No, I don't know.
Good question.
I
His
mean,
dad's a very successful.
hey, butthead.
He's a very successful
That was
writer,
close.
so he probably lives someplace else.
Yep. And going back to what I said about Rob Zemeckis' blocking and how it's impeccable, do you also notice how Biff Tannen in this future, he always looks slightly shorter because he's always hunched over.
Yeah.
Same thing when his dad, because his dad is technically shorter than that. And they had to block it. Same thing with Marty, because Michael J. Fox is like 5'11", and Christopher Lloyd is 6'1", so they always had to block it where Marty was closer to the camera so he could appear just a little bit taller.
Yeah.
And because Doc Brown was always a little
AMC
hunched
Bobcat. Those were great cars.
over. Yes.
Sorry.
It's cool. But Doc Brown was always kind of hunched over, not only to get that gangly effect, but also because he could stand eye to eye, literally, with Marty.
Mm-hmm.
And did you also notice that Crispin Glover also got written out of this movie too?
Well, he was written out of 2 and 3.
Yeah, because there was a
He
big
demanded much more of the royalties.
Oh yeah,
And there's actually a landmark lawsuit about that.
oh yeah, because he won.
Yeah, he won. He got used because his cut scenes and such from the original Back to the Future were used in the making of Back to the Future 2, and he didn't get paid for those.
Nope.
But he went to court, and the court decided that even because he had done the work, he should get paid for it.
Yep, and that's
residuals.
And there's also a new law about that too because of that case. because I forget exactly what it is, but it's part of
Had
the
the worst
act.
nightmare, of course.
Here it is. Yeah, this is okay. This felt really tagged on. Don't you agree? Because we had it's just because it's so out of place from the rest of the movie. You know?
Well, they're just giving us that. They're giving us those last moments we need. You know,
Yeah.
we've just had this amazing action sequence, and we're coming down slow,
And
simple.
And the characters, all that Marty really wants to do is just have a good time at the lake. He wants to bang.
Well, I'm also surprised he didn't like get dressed out of his poncho. Because again, this part really feels out of place for some reason. And I know what it's supposed to mean as a plot device, but
And
it just
needles.
Yes.
Well, something else that you have to keep in mind is that one guy, other than Flea, one guy of each of these, all three guys, one of them is from each of the three gangs.
Oh.
From the
Maybe 3D's in
1955,
there.
1985,
Yeah, that's good. That maybe.
Yeah.
1915, 2015, and the 1885. One of those guys is from each of those gangs.
That's a nice little tie-in.
We got the sunglasses.
Oh yeah. Wait for it. For it. God, these villains are just like
They're very over the top in these
Oh
movies.
my god, no kidding. But yeah, that's part of the fun, you know? Wait for it. Yeah.
Good thing nobody's coming
Plot
up behind him.
Yeah, plot twist.
Yeah.
Literally.
Whoop. And wait for it. Yikes.
Thing is, wouldn't the Rolls Royce have been at fault since he came into a main street and
Yeah,
they
he
didn't
would've.
have a stop sign?
But it's still, it still would have ruined Marty's life because
Yeah.
he would have broken his arm, and would never become a guitarist.
Cusco.
How did they get a Rolls Royce?
Probably just rented one.
Probably. Hey, there's the
Maybe.
Mr. Fusion.
Yeah, that's Mr. Fusion.
And the steering column.
Yep.
The bits and pieces.
I'm still amazed.
I'm
how,
also wondering why the cops aren't here.
I don't know.
Why they're what? Yeah, they're
Because a
probably
train
be more.
stop when they hit cars.
Movie logic more.
Movie logic, yes.
More movie logic. Oh yes, the photo.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what else he brought with him from those eras.
He didn't bring his gun.
No, he didn't.
Nope.
God,
Oh,
that
he's
thing
got
was-
the clothes on his back.
And seriously, a never fired Colt Peacemaker from 1885.
Yeah.
That shit would be some bank.
I bet. Oh yeah, here we go. Now, question: how did Doc know that Marty would be like right next to him?
And right back there.
Yeah. How? And
Movie logic.
More
Movie
movie
logic.
logic.
Plus, the thing is how could he build all this time travel stuff in 1885 technology?
My guess is he made a really, really crude version, went to the future, retrofitted it, and now this is what it is today. Because remember, the thing
That's very
fucking
feasible.
The thing fucking
Plus, he's had a
flies.
few years and
I
he's
want that
already
plane.
done it
Man,
once.
goddamn, do I want that train?
But remember, the thing also
Look at the
flies.
traveling gear inside.
Well, remember
It is such a Jules version thing.
it is.
Here it is.
Jules and Vern.
and
Our father's smarter than you.
is that Einstein or is it Copernicus
That's
now?
Einstein.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's insane.
But but you can but it's been to the future because the thing straight up flies at the end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's got the propulsion systems online. Oh yeah, little souvenir. Seriously, Doc, make up your mind. Are you going to, keep your disciplines about time travel or you're not?
Fuck it. He didn't care anymore.
Because
this point, it's
He's probably
Why not?
He's probably going to be back in time building the world as a Jules Vernian technology.
oh my God, he's going to remake the world as he sees fit.
Yes.
He possibly
And
could.
why has her hand getting smacked by that damn thing?
yeah.
Telephoto lens. That's what it is. Because in certain lenses, things can appear closer than they actually are. Same thing with, if you get wide-angle lenses, they can appear further. That sort of thing.
Cop out.
sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
Cop. Oh, whatever.
All right, boys, buckle up.
And we're going to the future
Again.
Again.
It's more like a big... I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a power plant behind them or if they actually... that's their living quarters.
I'm pretty sure it's actually a power plant because you gotta have to get a lot of stuff. But yeah, already been there. Duh.
That thing is just full of awesomeness.
Right?
I want that thing, but more than I want the DeLorean.
Yeah.
I don't know. It got a big ass to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
it
some
turns
guys
like
like
a
It's
big
boat.
still
ass.
yeah, but it still turns on a dime. Look at that thing.
No, it turns like a boat.
Who cares? That's still awesome. And that's the trilogy.
Yay!
The end.
We
And-
promise.
It
yes.
needs a big period after it.
Yes, please, because no more sequels. This was good enough. We had our fill, and besides, Michael J. Fox is way too old. Did you see the
Toyota commercial?
Yeah, the Toyota
I
commercial.
saw a bit of it.
It was
He's
fantastic.
starting to fade out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because now Marty looks Christopher Lloyd's age.
Well, the problem is that he also has Parkinson's disease, so he really doesn't look too good anymore.
Did he get Parkinson's after this, or was this
This
during
was
it?
after. He was
Okay.
first diagnosed with Parkinson's in 1993 when he was making the movie Doc Hollywood.
Okay, so this was right afterwards. Okay, well, nice to know because even if it would have been kind of, although it would have been just a little inspiring if he was diagnosed during this, because you would never notice it
Yeah.
in this movie. You never would. But holy crap, what a ride!
It is a great
So that is our Back to the Future trilogy.
awesome.
Yes, we did, and it's October 21st, 2015.
Not
and
today.
No, that's when I'm posting it.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to the future?
See,
We're going back to the future.
We're going in. Yes, right now this is the past.
So we're going back to the future.
Now, see, October 21st, 2015. It's the future,
Yeah.
but it's also the present.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also kind of the past. It's all converging into one. It's like the solstice of nerds.
I was so hoping to have a big party on October 21st, but it just didn't pan out.
Well,
We're having a Halloween party instead.
well, the thing is that they're waiting for Marty to appear right now.
Marty and Doc.
Yes, they're waiting for them to appear. I think because this movie came out in the summer of 1985, they actually waited outside on October 27th, 1985, for Marty to appear. And of course he didn't, but they were like, oh, it's still fun to come out and celebrate
Oh,
it.
yeah. They're doing some big thing on the October 21st at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine. Because
They're having a big viewing, and they're having all the original actors, including Michael J. Fox.
Yep. All of them are coming back. Is Leigh Thompson in on this?
I don't believe so. She is, yeah.
That's awesome. Right on.
And of course, Christopher Lloyd, because, well, he's pretty much been living Doc Brown for the last 30 years.
He is
Fair and
Doc
trainers
Brown.
provided by Exotic Wildlife Inc.
He is Doc Brown. I mean, even in,
Yeah.
on the back of the sign.
even in real life, man, that he's still got those wacky cartoon eyes and that crazy wild hair.
Oh, and he does that. And he does that whole thing all the time.
Although, can you imagine working for? Actually, I just realized Christopher Lloyd and Robert Zemeckis have been working pretty much for like the entire mid '80s, because it was Back to the Future, Roger Rabbit, where he plays Judge Doom, and then these two movies. Did he work with any others?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty, I'd be pretty sure he'd be working on some more stuff. Yes, hi studio dog. This is, if you can hear panting, that's the studio dog.
Joy Zapata.
And apparently she is an attention whore right now.
She's attention whore, but wants to go out and then go to bed.
Yay, industrial
Because I
light
don't want to go to bed.
magic.
It's after midnight.
Oh,
I got work in the morning.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So that's well. Hang on, before we just sign out. What's probably the best part about Back to the Future for you guys?
Just the story. It's a great teen movies.
I like the continuity in it all, because this is not a.
The continuity with all the paradoxes.
This has a cyclical continuity, whereas there are three basic types of time travel.
Yeah.
There is predestination,
Yeah.
which you can see in a lot of Star Trek. You can also see it in movies like Looper,
Terminator.
which sucked. Terminator. You have cyclical,
Yeah.
which you can see here, and then there's primer.
Primer?
Primer.
It's a short. It's actually another sci-fi movie, but it shot for a incredibly small budget, but it's supposed to be an extremely interesting and well thought out sci-fi time travel movie.
Basically, in this case, you can't associate with yourself, but in Primer you can.
Okay. So those are the old timers. Dub Taylor. I'm trying to think who else is it. Flea?
I told you that earlier.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, from Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Wow, no kidding. That's a thing. That really is.
Okay, I gotta take the dog out.
Yes.
She's about to start barking at me.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right, I'm
Einstein,
signing
played
off.
by Freddy.
Yes. Thank you, Dan, for coming on, because honestly, I really wanted to know what it was like seeing these movies back in the day.
It was fun. It was good films.
I'm still,
I'm
although I'm kind of sad that they're like, oh my god, these are amazing. Because I've heard you talk about like your Star Wars experiences with such passion and love.
We didn't know what the Back to the Future was going to last this damn long.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, it's really interesting because this was in the 80s. We just had like a ton of like innovative and hey, Clint Eastwood and Michael Jackson. But in the 80s, we just had a whole bunch of like really original stuff coming out that were supposed to be blockbusters, like Predator, Terminator, Back to the Future, all of these things. And now they're just kind of the target stuff for today for rebooting and milking the cow.
Well, as you say, it's a house. It was a halcyon age back then.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
taking the dog out. So
Yep.
Yeah. So,
You Drive Productions.
yes.
chill there, stupid.
So that's our tribute to Back to the Future. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this movie with us.
And the Amblin Entertainment logo just
Past
faded off.
That's for Spielberg. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, man, because this is a fun trip back into the past, or the future, rather. So for everyone from CommTrack, I really want to thank you for listening to us, and we'll be signing off. And be sure to come back for Halloween, because we're going to be doing 1953 War of the Worlds.
It's going to be a fun time.
Oh, yeah. And in the meantime, you'll never have to watch a movie alone again. Peace. CommTrack is hosted by Tim Leifheit, that's me, Jonathan Knoell, and Daniel Gill, and was created by me, Tim Leifheit. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to make a suggestion for a future show, contact us at CommTrackPodcast@gmail.com, or find us on YouTube at CommTrack Podcast. And you can also find us through the Radioactive Walrus Entertainment Network at radioactive.walrus.entertain@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter at Radio Walrus Pod, YouTube at Radioactive Walrus, all one word, or like and comment on our Facebook page. Again, you have been listening to CommTrack, where you never have to watch a movie alone again. Thank you, and good night.
This has been a production of Radioactive Walrus Entertainment.
John, what do chickens say?